In Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, certain characters have variants that come with legendary abilities. And these characters can unlock their legendary abilities by doing certain requirements. But one legendary character's ability is a little too good. In today's video, we'll be talking about the insane dominance Toxic Brains has over Garden Warfare 2. But firstly, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's look at Toxic Brains' stats. He has 200 HP, and just like other Super Brains characters, his main attack is a punch. If you press the punch button 3 times, it will lead into a combo, with the first punch doing 10, the second doing 20, and the third doing 30, all together for 60 damage. And just like other Super Brains characters, Toxic Brains also has a beam, which does 1.1 damage all the way up to 4.3 per tick, but overheats after 2.4 seconds. So nothing special so far, but we're just getting started. Like every other legendary character, Toxic Brains has an ability, and this ability is called Toxic Overload. To get this ability, the requirements are extremely simple. All you need to do is hit a plant 15 times, or at lowest 10 times if you give him his upgrade bar, and then he'll be able to go into Toxic Overload. So what seems to be the problem? Well, the main problem is that not only can he hit regular active player plants, he can also fulfill this requirement on hitting bosses, regular weed plants that plants can summon, and also potted plants. But because of this, his ability is very balanced, since PopCap already realized that he could do this to regular NPCs. I'm totally lying. While Toxic Brains is in this state, he's basically the best character in the game, getting a 3 times damage boost, 50% damage reduction, and a 50% speed boost for 15 seconds. But we're not even done yet. That 3 times damage boost also impacts all of his regular abilities, which means his Super Ultra Ball, Heroic Kick, and Turbo Twister all do additional damage. Also, if he's low on HP when he activates this mode, he is given some of his HP back. They gave him everything. While Toxic Brains is in this ability, his 3-hit combo does 30, 60, and 90 for an insane 180 compared to the 60 he was doing without Toxic Overload. Not to mention, his beam, instead of doing 1.1 to 4.3, now can do 3.1 to 12.7. And this isn't even including his natural damage he gets from being a toxic character, because whenever he is nearby a plant, or whenever he hits a plant, he gives them the toxic status effect. So to sum up basically what I just said, once he's in Toxic Overload, get out the way or you're literally gonna die. There's only 2 ways to stop him when he's in Toxic Overload: doing the impossible and somehow killing him, or getting a Rose to go to fight him, which resets his legendary bar completely. This variant of Super Brains is so broken, the plants literally have to change how they play when he is being played by the zombies. Every single time any weed is spawned, you're giving him basically free bar. And some weeds can even pretty much give him his full bar entirely by themselves. Not to mention, characters that are really big and have really high HP, like Torchwood, are also farming targets, since pretty much he can get his full bar from them as well. Overall, Toxic Brains is extremely powerful, making the plants have to change their whole entire playstyle when he is out on the field. Not to mention, certain characters are literally unplayable since they can risk the whole entire team getting killed. Plus the fact that it experienced Toxic Brains no matter what you do will end up getting his form at some point, is why I think when Toxic Brains is in Toxic Overload, he is the best character in the game, and even without it, can be in the top 3.